Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? Happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome to the weekend. Hope you guys had a good week. So this is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin charts. So Bitcoin on the 4 hour, as you can see, we are in a pretty precarious situation. We've got this wider range that I believe we've got a good chance of trading within, which is basically around 46k to 58k. But obviously it means we've got to hold this lower end of the range. So if we do basically get above these wicks, which are we could pretty much call it 48,500, getting back above 48,500, I think we will start to look a little bit more safe in this zone. I know at that point it would only be a lower high relative to this level, obviously these highs here, but if we can get above here and start to make some progress, I think we could then be seeing a bit more confidence coming back in the market. Obviously we've had this sharp correction, we've had the dead cat bounce, pulled back down, so now people are wondering, are we now going to break this level, come down to the around the 40k level, or can Bitcoin get supported here and start to move up basically? So obviously that is the big question. Once it does start to move up, people will then start to become a bit more confident. That'll be the self-fulfilling prophecy that will then just drive us up, and then we'll see what we can do around this 52k level, closing candles above 53k level, and then I think we're pretty much looking good for testing this high and eventually breaking it. Obviously we have got this slight issue with Tether. No Tether has basically been printed over this period, and Bitcoin's down about 25%. Also they are having to do quarterly reports now, and I assume they're going to have to produce a bank account with 35 billion in. So obviously if they don't have that, they could potentially be having to sell BTC into this market to recover however much of that 35 billion they don't have. Obviously that is an unknown, how much they actually need, how much they actually don't have backed with actual dollars. And yeah, I mean literally it's going to be catastrophic for the market basically. I believe the actual cash amount of total with fiat trading in Bitcoin, and this is buys and sells per day, is not too much over 1 billion. So if they say I think this is probably a best case, say they're 5 billion short of their 35k, and they are trying to find that money by selling BTC, 5 billion sales, which would all be sales, which is basically pretty much the daily volume for 5 days of BTC trading. If that was all sales, obviously combining that with the other sales that would come in and sell along with that, obviously there'll be some buys, but I think there'll be a lot more sales joining in. It literally will be catastrophic with Bitcoin. We will be seeing Bitcoin down back at 20k easy if that is to happen. So yes. That is clearly going to be weighing in on what people are thinking about the market, what people are thinking about with their positions, and what people are thinking about should I take some profit here as well. So yeah, there's a pretty negative factor here. I've always said that basically Bitcoin is going up because they're printing Tether, and they're not printing it. Look what happens, and if they start selling BTC to get basically those dollars back, that is the reverse, and yeah, Bitcoin could literally be basically hammered. But anyway, Ethereum, Bitcoin, anyway, on that note, Ethereum, Bitcoin looking weak also. As you can see, still really not making any progress. Kind of trapped in this, kind of trapped between these two levels now, which we could see this trade sideways in here, in this level, before it decides it wants to either break below, so basically break below the 0.029 level, or can break above the 0.03, well, 33, we'll call it 0.034 level. It may have to make a decision there. The USD pairing as well, looking like it is, well, looking very similar to Bitcoin here. Not looking good, so, but he's at a point where he's kind of got to turn around here. If it doesn't, then we'll basically come in lower, kind of goes without saying. But obviously, if we do start to move to the upside, people, then we'll maybe start to have a bit more confidence in this asset. Bitcoin dominance as well, still hanging around there. Obviously we've got this important level here, currently below it. So obviously, again, I mean, it's like we've got like a rotation of coins doing crazy things. We did have Ethereum having that big move up against Bitcoin. We did then have obviously Binance. We've had obviously the Polkadot coins, Polkadot obviously doing well against BTC, and then now we've got the Cardano. So yeah, I mean, this is obviously all these individual aspects are obviously contributing to, well, this sideways to potentially down in this pairing. But obviously, if things do start to look bad for crypto as a whole, I think a lot of these riskier, more liquid altcoins are going to be exited pretty quick, and we could have a pretty swift move up. So yeah, let's hope that we get one last hurrah up to 100k and altcoins going absolutely wild. And obviously we had Dogecoin as well doing its move. So we've obviously had the Polkadot coins, Ethereum having its move previously, Dogecoin, Binance coin, and now Cardano. So yeah, there we go. Interesting times. How did stock markets finish? Close the week? Not good. Not looking too good. We'll just extend this level across here, pretty much the level that we are testing at the moment. How did the Nasdaq close? Not good either. Even well, this is gold. You can see gold not doing. This is gold. No, this is silver. I was looking at it, thinking that's not the gold chart. Yes, silver actually not looking as bad, because if we go over to gold looking terrible. Looking absolutely terrible. They are doing a good job of this, smashing these paper markets for gold. So yeah, gold doing terrible as well. So there we go. Obviously, people will be saying, well, yields are rising, and that's obviously why gold's getting hit. But if yields are rising, but inflation is rising higher, then yields are going down. And that is obviously bullish for gold, but the market is not. It seems to not be assessing basically the inflation rates at basically levels that they may possibly be at. So obviously, if the market is pricing inflation lower than obviously what the 10 yield is saying, then obviously that means there are the yields going up. But obviously, if inflation is higher, it means we're still basically in an environment that should be bullish for gold, but clearly the market thinks otherwise at the moment. So there we go. So let's have a look at the stochastic quickly to see if these going to help us hold this level. 4 hour could give us a bit of support here. I think the important ones are these 10, 12 hour and dailies. So yeah, I mean 10 hour, it obviously died back down again, looking to turn back from an even lower level. So this could have a sort of a pullback, which could at least hold us at this support for a bit of time. 12 hour very low, daily diving still, and then obviously these 2 day, 3 day going to be coming down. Plenty of room to run if they want to, but obviously they can hold up there. These are the important ones for me, this 10, 12 hour and daily. I believe if we go to the 4 hour, if we can hold for a bit longer above this 40, I mean, we'll just cut 46k basically. We literally, if we can hold a bit longer above 46k, turn that 10, 12 and daily round, then well, I think we are at least going to come back and test the 53 level, and then a case of do we break above, or do we get rejected again. But yeah, obviously we got very close to that 46k level. If we do start to close candles and hold below here for longer than we have been doing, then 40k is pretty much on the table. So yeah, that is it, guys. Thank you for listening. Remember, this is not a financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys later on today.